have with me Ron Najafi, CEO of NovaBay Pharmaceuticals. Ron, thank you for being with us. Maybe we can just start with a brief overview of NovaBay and what you're working on.
We're an anti-infective company based in Emeryville, California, where we have 38 employees and focused on anti-infectives that do not give rise to resistance. NovaBay is a public company listed on New York Stock Exchange, Amex, under the symbol NBY.
Let's look at the market, or what you'll be targeting once you get there. I mean, there's been some topics of recent concern in infectious disease. Let's start with the rise of antibiotic resistance, specifically MRSA.
Right. 20,000 people died last year as a result of MRSA, more people than AIDS. So really a new strategy is needed. We're down to one last antibiotic, one last class that works against MRSA. I think a new strategy is needed that involves development of compounds that do not give rise to resistance. So what we've done at NovaBay is to stabilize these compounds through a patented technology and with a patented molecule, and we're developing these opportunities now with the leading pharmaceutical companies in the marketplace. So we're extremely happy with our partnerships, and things are moving forward, and we have a number of opportunities that are moving on our own. These are unpartnered opportunities in respiratory infections and potentially hospital infection as well.
Let's talk now about your internal development programs. Let's touch first on your catheter-associated urinary tract infection trial, and let's talk about biofilms.
So antibiotics typically do not work against the bacteria in biofilm. We've done quite a bit of work with Center for Biofilm Engineering in Montana State University. We have extremely good anti-biofilm activity, especially in urinary tract, catheter, and potentially bladder. Catheter-associated urinary tract infection is responsible for 40% of all hospital infections. It's they call it the granddaddy of all nosocomial infections. So if we can make a dent in that opportunity, it will be a tremendous cost saving for the hospitals. And it's also important to note that starting last year, Medicare will not reimburse hospitals for preventable hospital infections. Hospitals also need to disclose their infection rates. So as a result, there are forces that at work that makes the hospital pay attention to their infection rates.
Let's talk dermatology. Fairly recent news, your partnership with Galderma. Obviously, this is a very, very large field, and one could argue there aren't very many effective treatments for things as simple as just regular acne. So you must be very excited about the possibilities.
We are extremely excited because, again, we've had good P. acne activity in vitro with Galderma. We began our partnership almost 2 years before we officially partnered. We had a material transfer agreement, and Galderma conducted some testing with our compound before they came to the negotiating table. So we're going into a phase 1 safety study to see how tolerable this gel formulation that we and Galderma have created will be for the healthy volunteers. And again, this is another value inflection point for us sometime in fourth quarter of this year.
Final question, kind of a follow-up. What kind of events can an investor look for in NovaBay for, say, the next year window going forward?
I would say, first of all, we have funding to get us through the next 24 months, which is a blessing in this environment. We have strong funding from both Alcon and Galderma supporting NovaBay's activity. In terms of value inflection points, our impetigo trials to be started in Q3 of this year, so in the next few weeks, hopefully. We have the phase 1 by Galderma in acne. That would be toward the end of this year. We'll have top-line results from Alcon, and we hope that we can work with Alcon and get some of that data out in the public. And so these are potential value inflection points moving forward. I think catheter-associated UTI, we should have some potential news, within the next 6 months' time. And of course, we have, as we succeed in these trials, we'll have milestone payments. Those are all announceable events that we'll be able to share with our investors.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Ron, for joining me. If you want more information on NovaBay Pharmaceuticals, they trade on the American Stock Exchange under the ticker NBY. You can also find more information at OneMedPlace.com. I also invite you to visit their website at NovaBayPharma.com. Thank you, Ron.
Thank you.